creepily film like this. Hey everybody. So the Narrows, probably the most popular hike at Zion. To be honest, the Narrows had a ton of people in the first mile. So I go to REI and I'm like, oh, I could just totally just do this in Chacos, right? Okay, there's a lot of people that had that thought, and I'm really happy. I actually bought the gear. Like everyone on YouTube says, buy the gear. But everyone on YouTube also shows the Narrows as like a stream that looks like you can jump across it. Like the water does not look high at all. Now I took a picture of the water level, like flood level warning after I got out of the Narrows. There was a possible chance, but there wasn't like a high chance or anything. I think if there was a high chance, they wouldn't let you do it. I know they do close it due to that for a flash flood. However, it was just at level 2, so a possible chance. And when we got to the Narrows, it was a lot more water than I thought.
Are you nervous?
I thought, oh, it'll probably take, we're not going to do the whole 10 miles. It's going to take a while for us to even get to that much water. I'm thinking it gets deeper as you, no, okay, you first get there, you do a mile river walk, okay, and then I was waist deep in water as soon as I started the thing. Now I'm 4'11", so waist deep for me is probably knee deep for everybody else.
Yeah, it's big. You just gotta get across that little part. It's not bad.
But that is still way more water than I saw on YouTube. And I'm like, what is this? Like, I wanted the water, you know, like I wanted that experience. But I'm glad I didn't just go off of what I saw. It definitely depends on just the weather and the chances and I guess rain and everything else. The gear, I believe, was like $150 for my dad and I to get fully geared up. So the gear includes the waders, you get neoprene socks, you get the water hiking boots, you get a stick. You can pay extra and get a dry bag. Not gonna need it. What did come in very good handy is last minute, my dad found these floating water phone cases. So this is the floating phone case. It actually worked very well. It's kind of got like a dry bag seal idea. And you put like these little holes in it. And it like, when I go underwater, because my whole thing went under, everything got soaked. My phone does not get wet at all. But when it went under, this thing was like locked. This part is so thick. Like now that I'm looking at it, I think I put it in backwards. This is so much longer on this side than it is on this side. So I couldn't use my selfie camera. So I kept trying to vlog and I was like, oh my God, it's so frustrating. My GoPro died and then this was locked and I couldn't really vlog. Definitely good choice. These are $20, but you can use them more than once. So I also didn't pay for it. My dad did. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll get one. While I got the phone case, I went and got my little dry bag. This is 2 liters. I did not bring this on the trip. I bought this recently from Bass Pro. So they give you a giant version of these, but you just like get the air out, you roll it, and then you do that, and it works very well. I love dry bags. However, if you're like going in and out, it's annoying. Okay, so we're like putting the ones they give you, you can put it on your back and stuff, and then that's good, but we chose not to do that, and I don't regret not getting a dry bag. The only thing that got really wet, well, two things. My vaccination card's a little sketchy looking now. The receipt is paper, and that is your pass unless you are a annual or a yearly park. You have a year park pass. Yes, that's not what it's called, is it? I wish they would change that because it's easy to lose. It just is a receipt, and it was wet. So I asked them on the way out, leaving the Narrows, I said, can I get a new one? And he said it would mess up his accounting without me buying a new pass. So he wouldn't give me a new one. And he just basically said, lay it out and hope for the best. I'm assuming it happens a lot. There's a pouch in your waders, which is where I put the receipt. But again, apparently Hillary did not zip the pocket. And then I went underwater and it just flooded. Everything got flooded. So I don't know if I'm assuming the pocket would have been fine if I would have zipped the thing, but I didn't zip it. And I didn't tell anybody I had an unzipped pocket. And that's why I messed up the receipt. So we almost had to spend $80 again, but that's okay. But, you know, it worked out, okay? It ended up working out. But now I have a plastic pass because my parents were over the receipt.
Really cool. If the water wasn't moving so fast, I would try to sit. Maybe on that beach.
Side note, there are no markers, so like I used my Apple Watch and I was like, this is about 3 miles, and I think it was like 3 miles exactly at this giant rock everyone was talking about.
The way, like, when you're walking, though, you have to, like, look for footing.
That's a huge rock. Is this the big rock you were talking about? We're at 2.4 miles.
There's a point where we're walking, right? My dad's like, oh, I'm gonna go around this way. And I see just like this very visually appearing cape.
We made it.
This is where I made a pretty bad decision.
3 miles.
Pretty cool. And then there was like a couple like kitty corner from us watching to see like where we were gonna go, because I think they were trying to decide, is this super deep or not? Okay, I didn't think about that at all. I'm like, oh, this looks, I mean, it looked really calm. Like there are certain parts of the water where it's like, holy cow, this water's pushing you. The water was moving very, very fast. And like I said, the higher the water got, there's a couple times actually where I slipped and my backpack just went, and I just like let the water push me along. And I was just like, well, that happened. And then I get back up, and I wasn't like completely down, but I would just kind of like sail it, and then I'd get on my feet, hike a little bit, and then I'd feel the water just, and I'd be like, oh, and then I'd keep going. And then all of a sudden, those deep pockets I was talking about, I'm doing this with my stick and I can't touch the ground. And I'm like, oh no, this is real deep.
Oh, yeah, this is deep. You have to start swimming. It's cold.
Probably shouldn't have gone the water route. I've given up, and the water is pushing against me, and I'm trying to go through water, and the water is pushing hard. Now, remind you, I'm wearing waders that have a bladder, okay? So I'm up to here in water. I am physically on my stomach trying to swim with a flooded waders, which is pulling me down, and then I have a day pack on who's just getting full of water. And I'm just trying, I was trying to like pull myself forward, but the water was pushing me back, and I'm just flooded, completely flooded. First I was giggling, and I'm like, this is funny. Like, this is something I would do. And then the water went over the waders and hit my shirt. I swear to God, I felt like my heart stopped. I was like, that is real. It was ice cold. I think they said the water was 50 degrees. It literally, everything in my body felt that water. That's when I started getting a little panicked. I'm like, okay, it's not happening. I don't want to be here anymore. And then I'm getting pushed into this giant boulder. Okay, you can't see this part because I stopped filming because I was like, I'm gonna die. And my dad was taking pictures, and there's a little, you know how like iPhones take like a live feed? There's a little live video of him trying to pull me out, but I didn't know how to like get it out of a live picture. Anyway, so the water's like pushing me into this rock. Okay, so I tried to turn around, put my back to the water pushing at me, and I put my feet, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna kick off the rock and hopefully get out of the current, and then I'll be able to get out. That didn't work. I was panicking. I was like, okay, this isn't happening. So my dad stopped taking pictures of me at this point. Then my dad comes in a little bit, hands me a stick. He pulled me right out. I had to drain my waders. Everything I wore was soaked. It was kind of funny at that part, and then everyone was cheering for me. But I think I did concern people. There's a couple that was like in front of me that obviously took the easy way. They saw me swimming. They're probably like, this idiot. That the water was pushing me that hard that I couldn't swim. I saw her face and she looked a little scared. So then that's when the panic hit me. I think we realized it at the same, we made like eye contact. I was like, we realized at the same time that like, this isn't going good.
We got ways to go.
Yeah. Last I looked, we've only been
20 minutes.
we're at 3.78 miles.
That's pretty right there. That's a great shot.
So we walked like another like half mile, I think. The water has gone a lot higher this time, and then we're just walking. I'm just following my dad, and he was getting like, he was probably up to here. So I got up to here again, and my waders flooded, and at this point I'm like, whatever, waders are flooded. And I walked out of the Narrows through the Riverwalk with flooded waders.
We're doing a tour of the hotel, Mom. What's the hotel called again? We forgot the name of the hotel. It's the one close to the beginning. These rocks are cool. One closest to the south entrance is Zion.
I believe if you don't stay at Cable Mountain Lodge, when you're driving into Zion, you pass like a million places, not a million, but a few where you can get the Narrows gear. But we stayed at Cable Mountain Lodge, has a place that sells all the gear right there where you walk in and you just go right into Zion. And then you go in, they're like outside in a little like shacky thing, and then you go in and there's like a whole gear shop. There's you can get sleeping bags, you can get everything in there. If you didn't bring literally anything, it was just like whatever, you can buy a whole tent. Like they have nice gear. It's like a tiny baby REI in there. There's that gear shop. I don't know the order. Then you walk and then the restaurant is right there.
Oh yeah,
I'm exhausted. Did you like the Narrows, Dan?
it's great. It was great.
It was pretty, but the problem was you're so worried about where you're going.
Yeah, you gotta turn around at the.
Yeah.
You need to go like 100 yards, turn around and see where you're at.
Yeah, there's a couple times we're like, oh shoot, we just walked through that.
You literally have to watch your footwork the whole way. So your head's down the whole way.
It's actually, this is nice after hiking.
I'm feeling a bit delirious. Cable Canyon, something Canyon Lodge.
It's a nice picture up here.
My mom said I'm a bad vlogger, so we're doing a tour of the hotel now. Trying to find the pool. Do we know where we're going?
Not really.
Just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Walking to the pool. We think we're walking to the pool. Smoothie shop is closed. Spa closed. Let's get our toes done. Oh, targeted spa treatments. These are cute. They're like little houses in the. I would live right there. Be fine. Live right there. These are nice. Oh, I see the pool. I see the pool. They do bleach the dirt. Oh, it's not like a crazy pool. Alright, we went across the street from our hotel.
It's not across the street, it's the same commune.
Same commune. Sorry.
Look at those rocks.
From the pool. It's like a little beach. You can rent a Tesla from Budget, but not from Avis. Just so you know. Dad, you want to go back in the river?
We walked 6 miles for the Narrows. So it's 3 miles there, 3 miles back, where we turned around, where most people turn around. I was really tired after that. It was a lot of fun. I'm really happy he got a picture of me swimming. On episode 3, we will go into Bryce Canyon and maybe some of the car stops we did along the way. But until next time, hopefully I don't drown this weekend. Knock on wood, I don't know. Well, thank you for watching, and yeah, if you are looking into going to the Narrows, I still recommend it. Just be careful on your decisions, whether you're gonna go into land or you're gonna go into water, because you know, could be deadly, and people have died in the Narrows. So make sure you pay attention to your flood warning, flood watch, and if it's deadly conditions, so I don't think they're gonna let you go, but go do your Narrows, go hike it, I don't know, swim it, do whatever you want with it. Yeah, good luck. And if you're camping it, that would be really cool. So if you do, tell me how it goes, because I think that would be really fun. Yeah, enjoy your trip, and thanks for watching.